Hey everybody, welcome back. James again, County Line Forge. You probably see over my shoulder over here, I got my little buddy out here with me. He said he wants to come help a little bit, so he's going to watch. He's playing around. That's my son. Today, got an order to fill for a gentleman that came to me. Said he liked the hammer eye punch and drift that I use and wanted to know if I sold him. Well, absolutely I do. All you got to do is ask. We'll get you squared away. It's not too often that a customer will that's new to the craft will understand the differences in the types of steel being used for tools. But this gentleman did, and he asked me what I preferred to make mine out of, and I told him S7. I love to make my hammer eye drifts out of S7 because you beat on them a lot. The 4140, it's really good. I love it. But S7, you can't beat it for an impact tool. You just can't. It's one of the best, if not the best, and highest rated tool still out there for high impact resistance, and as well as high impact resistance, it holds its shape very well at high heat, which means you need to work this at a temperature range of 1900 degrees plus. Between that and welding temperature is where you want to keep it. Your austenization temperature for this is about 1600. You want to soak it at about 15 to 45 minutes at that temperature. It's an air hardening steel. You don't have to normalize it. You can pull it right out of the forge. You get it up to critical, let it slowly cool in the air, and it's hard. Perfect. Great resistance to impact on its hardest points. You'll be up around like 64 on the Rockwell, 62 to 64 on the Rockwell scale, I believe. You can anneal this steel. It's quite difficult to anneal it, though. You have to anneal it. You have to soak it at around, I think, 1300 degrees. Get a good soak on it. I'd say a good 15-20 minute soak. Take it out and put it in something like ash or vermiculite or something like that, but a lot of it, because you only want to let this stuff cool about 25 degrees, per hour, until it reaches about 900 degrees. And once it gets down to about 900 degrees, you can pull it out and let it cool in the air, and that's as soft as this steel will ever be. That's point blank. You'll never get it any softer. It's about as soft then as it is when you're forging it, to be honest with you, because it is a very, very resistant steel. So we got us a 1 foot chunk of S7 for this gentleman's drift. We're going to drift it out. It's 1 inch. We're going to get this thing drawn out and make us a drift for that gentleman. One more thing I want to add about this steel as well. I told you you need to work it at a high heat. If you got temperature control in your forge, or you got a pyrometer or something like that, or something that you can tell what the temperature in your forge is, like I said, you want to be around 1900 degrees plus working this steel, but absolute minimum temperature 1600 degrees. That's kind of the temperature that this steel is going to look at you and say, nope, no, you're not going to move me. I'm not going anywhere. Unstoppable force coming up against an immovable object. It's not going to work. You're not going to move. Keep it hot. It's going to benefit you a lot. Trust me. Alright folks, we are in for a real chore here. We're going to take about 5 inches of that. We're just going to try and taper it down. Piece of scale flew over there, hit a leaf. How about that? Always pay attention if you're outdoors. Don't let the stuff catch on fire. Yes, you really have to work this steel. Some tough stuff, man. And that's about as cold as you can let it get. it gets hot. But man, I've moved mild steel more cold than I can this when it's at this temperature. It's a chore, I'm telling you. It's a chore. But it's worth it. It'll last you a lifetime, that 7 will. That 7 will last a lifetime. We haven't gotten too far, folks, but we're not far from being done either with it. The beauty of your hammer iron drift is it doesn't have to be tiny, because you got to drift up a pretty good size hole. The point of it is getting this the same size as the point of your punch. That way, once you get done punching the plug, this will fit in that hole. Okay? Now I'm just cleaning the taper up some. When you're planishing S7, I recommend you hit it harder than you normally would when you're planishing, that's for sure. Alright, we got our basic taper in. Now we're going to come back and we're just going to flatten it. Just like that. Other side. Shape my drift to where it'll accept these replacement handles to make it easier on me as well as the customer if they break a handle or something like that. They can just go buy a standard replacement handle and slap it right in that head and keep forging. So I make my drift kind of like that. You know, that thickness, maybe a little thinner, just because you want this to be nice and tight. So yeah, that's the shape we're going for. stuff's like not like to move. This is 4140. It's gonna be done. We'll be grinding on it, cleaning it up, making it pretty. See it? Just bounces the hammer right back at you and laughs at you. At this point, I don't want it to move much at all, so I'm only gonna get it orange hot instead of yellow. So she's almost done, Forge. Alright folks, say she's forged. She's ready. She will go up to the largest size hammer handles that you can replace it with, all the way down to the smallest. You can use this drift for just about every hammer handle they have on the market for your handle, for a hand hammer. It'll work. Generally speaking, you may have to sand just a slight little bit off of it just for the shape, but as far as the size though, that right there is going to get it done for you folks. And it's up to you to know where to stop with this drift. If you over drift, it's not the drift's fault, okay? So be mindful when you're drifting out, and you can use this drift on any hammerhead that you make. Left plenty of length up here for the hand striking in. You're not going to have to worry too much about mushrooming or wear on this steel. It is a high impact resistant steel, so it's made for exactly what we're going to be doing. You're going to be doing with it. Now it's time to get it hot and let's mark it. We're going to go up here. Go. Oh, air hardening. Never mind. Just gonna lay that right there. Okay, we're gonna lay that right there. Just let it cool off. I guess that's what that's gonna do. We're gonna hit this thing with a grinding wheel first. Clean it up good before we take a sanding belt to it, because it's gonna eat a sanding belt up quick, fast, in a hurry if you don't. So get it about to finish grind. You know, take out the imperfections so it drifts through nice and smoothly. And just clean it up, shine it up, get it ready to send out. Just a little bit more. Got it at about 220 grit now. We're done running up through the stages. We're trying to get this bad boy shining pretty for the customer. All right. shining. Yes, indeedy. Alright. And that, folks, is the hammer eye drift. So, just another video on some of the tools that I use to make my hammers. This is actually going out to a customer. It's like I said, S7. It's very, very, very good high impact resistant tool steel, made specifically for beating the crap out of. You aren't going to mess this thing up cold if you tried, brother. It's very strong. Started with a 12-inch piece of stock. That's what I start my drifts with, of 1-inch stock. Let's see, she is now 14 inches long, so we gave her 2 inches more in length, and that's going to be right about the same length as your top full, or your hammer eye punch that's coming with it, man. So be on the lookout. They'll be in the shipping soon with my next round of shipments. I hope you like it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little bit from it, and maybe I can, if you got any more suggestions on videos you'd like to see, drop them in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure the notifications is turned on. Like I said, we got the 500 subscriber giveaway coming up, and I mean, it's coming up fast, probably the next day or two. So be on the lookout. Watch that video. Figure out what you've got to do to get entered into that. And like we say here at County Line Forge, we're going to see you on the next one. Thanks.